So there's a little bit of you put the weight forward and bounce it back in P, and it's going laterally. It's their shoulder. And then that's going into here and out. Right makes left, left makes right. And when we experimented with it with the mattress, you just use single hand push and you stomp that foot down and they go without any arm in it at all. It's very interesting. Okay, so mentally you have to calm your heart and be able to control it under the stress of a fight. And then physically, the punch is cold. In other words, the arm doesn't do anything. The arm just makes the shape. At a higher level, and this is the most basic beginner level, but it's based on 5 elements and on packing the chi in the lower dantian and then expanding it out. And then bringing it all back in and expanding it out. And that's the way the form starts. That's what all the standing meditation is about. Expanding it out beyond your body, bringing it back in. And fusing the 5 parts of your personality together is what creates your unified will. And this was preliminary to everything. And you got to fight a man in individual combat. You can't have part of you that doesn't want to do it or would rather sit it out or would rather hold you back. Every bit of you's got to be committed to it. That's the only way to survive. Okay, so this can be done on a small carpet, like 3 steps, and that's it. It could be done in a football field. There is a preliminary form that we'll probably go over more later if you want to learn the linking, but this is before you do P. The lead foot turns out. This is the engagement. But when you do real big postures and real big movements, a lot of times it's artificial. It's an artifact of just practicing by yourself, and you haven't really tried to use it on someone. They're not that far away. It's here, and you got to make it elastic so it snaps right back with that punch right out of that. It's smaller than you think, and it's right in here. But it's like Jack Dempsey said, learn to punch with knockout power in both hands, and then we can discuss the finer points. But if you can't deliver a knockout punch, what are we talking about? Okay, so everything in Hsing-i starts with the stance. It's called Senti, the three essentials. The earth, the bottom of your foot, heaven, the top of your head, and man at yourself. Your top of okay, so you put the weight in the right foot, turn to the left. This is an empty step. You can experiment with it. The more you raise your knee, pull your toe back towards you, the more the weight goes down this leg. Until you get all the way to where you can pick it up. And put it back out here. You stretch the little finger, the thumb, and the index finger, and the palm is hollow. It goes straight from the shoulder. The tip of the index finger is at eye level. And you have a triangle from your front foot to the small of your back to this palm. This is similar to the 7 stars standing practice that we do in Tai Chi. And they did a great deal of standing meditation in Hsing-i. And you have a triangle from your front foot to the small of your back to this palm. Most basic practice from this stance is rise and drill, fall and overturn. It's in and out, up and down. Move down with the hands open or with the fist. Press the tongue to the roof of your mouth. Bob Smith told me that this can be done really fast too. And he was the one that recommended that I practice Hsing-i slow, and I feel like I got a lot out of that. And we'll talk about that more later as we progress through the 5 elements. And we're going to be talking about Hsing-i fundamentals, and it's an old art with a long history, and so there's a lot to Hsing-i. I don't mean to be oversimplifying it, but I am trying to keep this beginner level. We're trying to understand the principle behind it and fundamentals of what's going on here. And it has a great deal to do with the footwork and the timing and the entire theory of punching machine. It's very interesting. Fundamental footwork is the short flat walk. That's the half step. You put that together with the front step. That's a bamboo step. Okay, so we're going to work with this. Just turn it into the crease. Stepping through. So you've got a sink right here. And then just behind the back. And this is the fundamental rooting and sheen. All that's very important. Most of the ideas are very similar to Hsing-i. Hsing-i, you're trying to coordinate your whole body. Hsing-i, you're trying to coordinate your whole body. The important thing we're looking at here is the timing of the step and the fist and this foot have got to arrive at the same time. And that's called a drop step. And that's going on here too. Everything, my right leg and my whole right side have got to all arrive at the same time. Okay, so William Shen said that the Hsing-i punch was cold, which means there's no muscular effort put into it. It's not an arm punch in any sense. The arm is assuming the shape, it's aiming to force the legs, but it's not doing it. It's what we talk about all the time. It's the same with the way you push inside you. Okay. So when this is quiet and just makes the shape and directs the force, all the work's being done down here, and this punch is cold. You gotta work with that and understand what that means. It has to do with not getting in your own way. I believe most of you have heard that one small speech before.
Maybe once.
It's just a small speech.